Alright guys, so I've been wanting to make this video for a while because this is probably the number one question I've been getting ever since I started my own thing, and that is, why did I leave service? You know what I mean? As you all know, I came to a company that we do 95% install, new install, commercial, not residential, just commercial and bigger industrial, some industrial. So we really don't do as much service. The only service calls that we do are for units that we install. We don't do service, for random companies that call. So like I was saying, I've been getting so many messages, everything regarding that, and why I left the service industry to go into the install side. And before we get started, I just want to make it clear that I don't think service is better than install. Install is better than service. I feel with this, you really can't judge or point what's better. It all depends on yourself. And for me, I'm only speaking, regarding me. So let's talk about service. Service, the pros and the cons, real quick. When it comes to service, I've been doing it for 10 years now. My service work was kitchen refrigeration, light refrigeration, and HVAC. Some residential here and there, But so that's my background. If you guys look at Chris from HVACR videos, I did exactly the same thing he does, just exactly the same restaurants. It's kind of funny, but so that's my background. So let's talk about the pros and the cons for me. All right. The pros is you're by yourself all day. You kind of make your own schedule as you're going, and it's a lot more. There's freedom. You know what I'm saying? That's why you guys used to see a lot more videos with me, because I was by myself and making content. And it's fun being alone. That's just and then the cons, of course, you got on call, which is the number one thing that I absolutely hated, is being on call. And then say you're replacing a rack, or you're replacing a freezer, evaporator, condenser, and it's 4 o'clock, and then you get that emergency call that, oh, hey, we got another freezer down here, we need you to go, and it's an hour away. Those are the cons. There's a lot more pros and cons, but those basically are, the main. So with me, guys, what I started to notice is that the older you get, your goals, the ambition, your life goals, your service goals, your mindset changes. And with me, everything changed. Of course, once I had my daughter, but once I started to realize that I got to the point that I was just so tired of being on call that every time you be home and you hear even the ringtone, when you're on call, you hear that ringtone, it literally sends like a tick on your back. You know what I'm saying? All through your back, and you're like, fuck. I was just tired of that, to be honest. I was just tired of working 12, 13, 14 hours, being 2 hours away from home, and then coming back home and hearing the phone ring, and me having to go back. You know what I'm saying? And then I was just done with that. And like I said, I did 10 years of that, so it's not like I only did it for 2 or 3 years and I bitched out. And I did it for 10 years, so I feel it's good enough time. And whenever it comes to the service side, I just felt I needed a change. I needed something completely different for me to refresh, for me to cleanse. You know what I'm saying? So when I was going through that, that's when I started thinking about opening my own solar company. So yeah, like I was saying, so between all that and then the COVID and everything hitting, that's when I started thinking about opening my own company, my own solar company. And I started to realize that I couldn't continue to grow my business being in the service industry, because of on call and working those crazy hours and never knowing what time you're getting home. So it was really messing with me, because I wanted to keep going my company, but I couldn't really schedule certain jobs because I didn't know what time I was getting home. So I started thinking, like, man, I might be really time for me to move on from service, because one, I kind of need a change, and two, I need to keep growing my business. So that's when this company reached out to me, and the manager, like, hey, we're hiring. You want to come for an interview? And I was like, yeah, no problem. Because it's funny, because that day that I had the interview, I had 4 other interviews. And I went, and I was talking to the owners and the manager, which they're pretty cool people. And they were telling me, what they do, that they mainly do installs. We usually start at 6:30 in the morning, and we're usually off by 2:30 p.m. Sometimes a little bit longer, depending on the job. But we would go to a job and stay there for 8 hours and then go home. You know what I'm saying? So once they told me that, and then once they told me that, and we actually don't do on-call, then that was when, oh man, this is my perfect opportunity to leave service. What the heck? The road's closed. So you're telling me I have to drive all the way back? Oh yeah, but that's when I realized, I'm like, man, this is the perfect opportunity to me wanting to leave service and to continue to grow my company. So once we got the paperwork done, I went and I did all the paperwork. Now that I've been doing install work with on new construction, now I go to work knowing what time I'm gonna be off. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm able to set up this calls after work for my company and set him up because I know I'm gonna be there at that time. So I mean, so far, guys, it's been going real good. The only thing weird about is that I was used to being the guy that, hey, I know what the fuck I'm doing, just leave me alone and let me do my work. You know what I'm saying? I went from being that guy to being, man, I don't know how to do this. Let me go ask somebody. So it's just the culture type thing. It's just the whole technical change. That's what I'm trying to get used to. Also, I'm trying to get used to let me go to work, clock in, and be at that job for 8 hours. So that's something else I'm getting used to. Because when you do service, like what I did, you're always on the move. You're always driving back and forth to different locations. After all that, I see my company grow. Slowly it's growing. Especially because I want to go more into the commercial solar cleaning. So now I'm able to schedule jobs ahead of time. Now I'm able to schedule jobs 4 or 5 weeks ahead of time. Say if it's a commercial job, I'm able to do it because I know I'm not going to be on call that weekend because I don't do on call anymore. So that's the reason why I left service, guys. I know a lot of people might have different opinions, but those were my things that I needed a change. I also needed a change to be able to build my own company. And yeah. Also, another thing I've been getting asked is if I'm ever going to stop doing HVAC, and the answer is no. I feel like I've been doing this for a while that it'll be stupid for me to leave. The main goal, guys, that I want from my company is to get a couple contracts with commercial jobs, hire somebody to do them while I'm doing HVAC. You know what I'm saying? And just keep growing my company slowly. Build a strong foundation. Just build it from there. But yeah, guys, I had to make a video because I've been getting so many questions regarding this that I just had to talk about it. Also, I highly recommend this Monster, the watermelon one. It tastes almost the same as the Red Bull one. That's how good it is. This is my new favorite one. I have an interesting video coming up that I want to show you guys, but I'm not going to talk about it because I want it to be a surprise. And I know once I make that video, I know I'm going to see a lot of people try to recreate it or be like, oh, I want to do that too. It's going to be real cool. So hope you guys enjoy this video, guys. Thank you guys for all the support, because I know I get a lot of messages, even on Instagram, to this day, I get so many DMs telling me thank you because all my videos have helped them, you know what I mean, become a service guy. Especially the new guys that are so nervous to go into service side. I get so many DMs telling me to thank you for that. So I appreciate all the love for that. And stay tuned for the next video because right now I'm waiting for some Amazon part to come in. So yeah, guys, peace.